For the market demand for a public good, let's just work with this two-person economy. Obviously, there's many more, but this gets us the idea. The weird thing about public goods is that we get to market demand by summing individual valuations vertically. And the reason we do that is that the goods are non-rival and non-excludable. So if we have polka music broadcast, the fact that Reuter gets to listen to it in no way diminishes the pleasure that Ponchak gets from listening to it. So if we've got 1 hour of music, both Ponchak's benefit counts and Reuter's benefit counts. So we sum vertically. And the key to noticing how this works out and where the kink is to notice that from quantity 0 to 7.5 hours, we have both Ponchak demanding some time, getting some pleasure, valuing the music, and Reuter valuing the music. But after 7.5, the quantity 7.5, Ponchak isn't listening anymore, and she's not getting any value, but Reuter is still getting value. So from 0 to 7.5, both Ponchak and Reuter are listening, and after that it's just Reuter. So there's going to be a kink, and we can see. So let's just do that. I did this algebraically in class and in the answer sheet, but it's easy enough to do graphically. And I'll repeat the algebraic answer too. Anyway, notice that at 0, if it were there were no minutes being aired in that first minute, we'd see that first iota of music would be provide Ponchak 15 worth of value, Reuter 20 worth of value. Our y-intercept of the combined curve is going to be 35. And then as both listen, we know that the market demand is going to be the sum of these two from 0 to 7.5 hours. Market demand is going to be P sub R plus P sub P, 20 minus Q, plus 15 minus 2Q. We're going to get P market equals 35 minus 3Q. Simple as that. And so we're going to have this function that runs from 0 to 7.5, and then after that it's only going to be Reuter. So we know we can get, I didn't draw this to scale. Let me draw that to scale because that's probably pretty important. Something like that. And then we know that the value that we're going to see at quantity 7.5, we can just read that off of Reuter's demand curve. And that would be 7.5. It's going to be 12.5. So this is going to be at 12.5. Because now that's just the moment that Ponchak turns off the radio. That's the 7.5 hour of Reuter's listening time. So there it is. And then from there on out to 20, let's say right around here, we just have Reuter listening. And so from 7.5 to 20, the market demand is the same as Reuter's demand. It's just 20 minus Q, a flatter function. So this is market demand. That's all there is to it. Practice that one. You can give yourself new individual evaluations and then combine them. Do that until you're really comfortable. I'm going to go ahead and do number 2, just because. Well, I guess I'll let me give you the graph for number 2 and then do it algebraically on the next page. I'll use that orange color again. So we know that this is the market demand is the market marginal valuation, of course. We know that efficiency occurs where marginal social cost equals marginal social value. So let's say that's 30, that's marginal social cost, and this will be, there's no externalities. Well, actually with a public good, everything's an externality, right? Somebody produces the music, and nobody buys it because everybody's free riding, but anyway, that's, we know that the socially best would occur marginal social value, marginal social cost. So we want to solve for this quantity, and that's easy enough to do, but I'm gonna go to a separate screen to do it. One sec. We remember that range where that intersection of marginal social cost, marginal social value was in the range where both Reuter and Ponchak are listening. So the market demand is marginal social cost curve, I should say. Let's just do that. They're the same, right? That's equal to 35 minus 3Q. And then marginal social, that's marginal social value. I'm talking and writing at the same time here. That's never good. Marginal social cost is simply constant at 30. We set those two equal to get our socially best. MSV equals MSC. That gets us to 35 minus 3Q equals 30. 3Q equals 5. Q equals 1.67, and which is also 1 hour 40 minutes. And there we have it.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.